Welcome back to the Sonic Locker Room. This is Bill Althouse of Sideliner Sports, and we're celebrating our 18th year bringing you the best and the brightest from Eastern Jackson County and the metro area. And we're going to have some fun today at Lee Summit High School, visiting with three of the senior standouts from the Tigers baseball team. The season's going to be winding down here soon, but each of these young men are going to continue their baseball careers collegiately. We have Bryce Williams, pitcher only, who's going to KCK Community College. Dominic Thompson, a shortstop, who's going to Truman State. And Carson Terry, second baseman, who's going to Concordia University. And Bryce, coming off that big 9-2 win against crosstown rival Lee Summit West, what's the mood of the team now? What did that win over a big time rival do to set you up for games this week? Staley today, Friday Blue Springs, and Saturday Nixon, St. Thomas Aquinas.
Well, we want to come for that sweep, that clean sweep after beating our crosstown rivals, and we get pretty fired up about it. So we're feeling good about the next few games we have.
Bryce, do you enjoy it? I didn't really like it the first year that you played conference opponents 3 games in a row. But now, each one to me is kind of like a little mini-series, and a lot of what you might see in the postseason, where every game is so important. Certainly now, if you lose, you keep playing. But with that sweep, what were some of the keys to success, Bryce? I mean, you were on the mound, a 9-2 victory, but timely hitting, taking advantage of West errors, things like that. But give us a little roundup of what that series was like.
Well, it was pretty good throwing wise. We're swinging it pretty good, and I think we're playing pretty good overall. And we're winning the mental battles this year with stuff that we haven't done much great of in the past, but we are showing improvement on every little step in our game.
Now, certainly we know the biggest games are yet to come for the Tigers, but how excited are you, Bryce, about continuing your career at Kansas City, Kansas Community College?
Well, I'm pretty fired up about it. They have a pretty good team.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of guys that are be pretty fun to hang around. Really good pitching staff, so I'm definitely excited to see where that leads me.
Dominic Thompson, another senior leader on the Tigers, going to Truman State. How did Truman State come into the scene for you?
Yeah, so my uncle, he actually played there some years ago, and he was able to get me in contact with the coach, and ultimately we built that relationship from there.
How nice is it to have that all taken care of so you can go into your senior year and just concentrate on baseball?
Pretty nice. I got some buddies that seem pretty stressed out about all these college applications, so it's pretty nice to kind of relax and chill and know where I'm going next year.
Dominic, on the really dominating teams, you talk about strength up the middle. And today we have Bryce Williams, pitcher. You play shortstop. Carson plays second base. What does that type of excellence bring to this team?
Yeah, I mean, we're 3 veterans on the team, so we kind of got to control the game, control the emotions, and really we got to stay excellent for everyone around us, or else we're not going to win games. So, I guess it's kind of crucial to uphold that standard of excellence within us 3 and the other seniors on the team.
Dominic, as a senior leader on the team, can you look at some of the younger guys and think, gosh, that was me 3-4 years ago?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've got a sophomore on the team. We got a good amount of juniors, so it's fun to see these guys and how they're going to develop. But yeah, I mean, I for sure see my younger self and some of the younger guys on the team as well.
Are you comfortable as a senior leader?
Oh yeah, for sure.
How about you, Bryce?
Yeah, definitely.
Can you look at some of the younger guys, especially the pitchers, and do you feel comfortable going up to them and saying, "Hey, let me make a little suggestion here and there"? Because a lot of times a suggestion from a teammate might mean more than a suggestion from the coach.
Yeah, I definitely am comfortable with it, and I try to build a relationship with them so we can focus on the whole season. They can really take what I give them to their next few years here.
Oh, that's so cool. I love to hear comments like that where the real heart and soul players, seniors, the leaders, care as much about the younger guys and the future of the program. I think that's how you create that great baseball culture that they have at Lee Summit High School. Carson, you're going to Concordia University. How'd that happen?
Yeah, so I was up in Iowa and I was playing in a tournament, and then I did pretty well that game, and I saw Coach Dupik out there, and then we talked a little bit, and then ever since then we just had multiple conversations, and I went and visited the campus, and I really liked it, and then from there I was kind of set. They have a winning program up there. I like to win, and so I was pretty set on them.
Carson, how special is it for you this season? Does everything mean a bit more to you because you are a senior? And even though your high school career is ending, you get to play collegiately. Does that make it a little bit tougher to deal with that last game of the season, win or lose?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like everyone at each game just kind of means a little bit more. It's the last time you're going to play some of these teams, and the last time you're going to have some of these like crosstown rival games when there's a lot of people in the stands, and it gets chippy there. But I feel like every single game just means a little bit more to the whole entire team. Like, we have a lot of seniors this year, so I feel like everything just means more.
Carson, when you play baseball, it's the sport that prompted me to become a sport writer. I love baseball. I have as much passion for that as any sport there is. And it makes me sad when I talk to some really good athletes and they, baseball's boring. I don't want to play baseball. And, man, if you think baseball's boring, you just don't understand it because there's so many things going out during a game on the field. How do you approach game after game after game, especially a busy week like this week? And, I'm sure you have the same passion that I have.
Yeah, for sure. And it's kind of just like Bryce said, just winning the mental battles. It's a long season, a lot of games. You're playing 3 to 5 games a week. Last week we had 6 games. It's just keeping your body healthy and winning the mental battles, because you're going to have a stretch where you're going to have a tough little patch. But if you can get through that and you can stay mentally focused throughout the season, you'll be pretty good.
Carson, you can be successful 3 out of 10 times in baseball and be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, it's a sport that treats you. How do you? That just shows right there how difficult it is.
Yeah.
Dominic, how about you? What is the appeal of baseball to you? And and what would you say to someone who's says it's boring because they just don't get it?
Yeah, well, first off, in baseball, you build a relationship with your team, and you oftentimes lifelong friendships through the game. But as well as it's a lot different to play the game than to watch the game. A majority of people that have never played the game are going to say it's boring because they don't really understand what's going on, within the weeds of the game. So it's really hard to, I guess, relate with some of those people on that. But I've always loved the game, and the 2 guys here with me, they can for sure agree with me on that.
Bryce, what's a game day like for you when you're pitching? You only pitch for the team. Going to continue that career at KCK Community College. But, do you have certain routines that you follow on days you're out on the mound?
Yeah, well, I'm a pretty superstitious guy, so it starts from the gas station. When I get to the gas station before the game, I gotta have the right energy drink, the right snacks. Show up to the game like an hour and a half to 2 hours early. I'll get to the game, mess around a little bit, but then I start focusing up into some dynamic warm-up stuff, and I don't throw a ball until I'm completely done with all my stretching and everything. I don't want to touch a baseball. And then I got to do some running for sure. It's really just mentally staying in that zone, not letting anybody take you out of that space.
Carson, how about you? Do you have any pregame routines?
Yeah, so typically I get out of school. After fifth hour, I go home. I take a 30-minute nap, and then I stop by Quick Trip. I always have to have a peach bang, and then I get to the field. And when I get to the field, it's about 2 hours early, and I see the guys. I normally talk to some of the other coaches, like Coach Rolfing, and watch if the JV has a game, watch the JV, and then we're straight into hacky sack, staying loose, and just calming down and just slowing down the game and having fun with the guys. And then about an hour and a half early, we go hit the tunnel, and once we're in there, we're working on opposite field and just making sure our swing feels good. And then by then, you go into your warm-ups and you got to go.
How about you, Dominic?
Yeah, pretty similar to Carson. I show up to the field about an hour and a half before the game. Usually I head right into the tunnel to get ready to hit, and just I usually start on the tee, about a 5 to 10 minute tee routine, and then from there I go to soft toss, and I usually try and get a round of overhand as well. And so usually I try and get about 2 to 3 rounds in the cage, and then we'll usually have a break right after that where we're waiting for the game to finish up, or if there's a game before us, or if not, we also just have about 20 minutes. And what Carson says, we usually play some hacky sack during that time, and then after that we get going, we start stretching, start throwing the ball around, get all our fundamentals down, and kind of get ready for the game.
Bryce Williams, Dominic Thompson, and Carson Terry, I love your passion. I love your grit, determination, and desire. Wish you guys nothing but success throughout the remaining part of the season, and want you to know you're always welcome here in the Sonic Locker Room.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.